So, good evening to everyone. Welcome to our platform where we want to understand the issue of time. I want you to know that the Bible is speaking in the book of First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 32. Say, and of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, he says, to know what Israel ought to do, the head of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their command. First thing he said, the sons of Issachar were men of understanding of times, to know what Israel ought to do. That means they had the understanding of the times and know what to do and how to do it. They understand the seasons they were into, because everything that is on earth operates under seasons. Even though the God that created us does not work within the boundaries of seasons, He dwells not within the times. Because to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. And so the people understand that there is time, they understand the times, they know the purpose of what to be done and the entire nation of Israel. And so knowing what we should do is very important. Many people, they know what Jesus has did, they don't know what He's doing. And so that is why they understood what Jesus did, but what He is doing, they are not part of that organigram. And so many people know what God has said, but not everyone knows what God is doing, and it's possible to attribute what God is doing to the devil if care is not taken place. So the reason for understanding the times and the seasons is to know what to do. Understanding the seasons you are living in is very important as a believer. You don't have to be too here and there because you do not understand the times. So if false prophets are operating, for example, now, I want you to know that you need to understand that this is the time. If you know the times and the seasons you are doing something, you will know what to do. So many people don't understand the times. If you don't understand the times and the seasons, you are eligible and reliable to do a wrong thing with a wrong people using the wrong methods. And so time is the unit of destiny fulfillment, and wastage of time is wastage of your life. And so the greatest thing the devil can steal from a human being, it is not cows, houses and money, but it is time. Your existence and your living on earth is predicated upon the interval of time. So your existence and growth is the measure of time. And so time was created to put man in it. And even though he does not live in time as God, He created time in order for man to dwell under that such event called time. And so He already knows the beginning and the middle and the end of everything, and that is why He doesn't dwell within the interval of time. So Ecclesiastes chapter 3 in verse 1 teaches that everything on earth exists within the interval of time or seasons. So time is talking about the exact time, seasons. I can know that this is the rainy season. I need to know the time of the time of planting. And so the purpose is to fulfill within the framework of time. Your purpose must be fulfilled within the framework of time. Within the framework of time, I insist and I insist again. Look at the problem we are facing to that. And so everything that was created on earth functions with the period. You were created to function under a period of time and not forever. And that is why sometime you are going to die. A time to be born and a time to die is going to be there. A time to plant, a time to pluck up, a time which is planted. To pluck up that which is planted. And so there is time for everything that is supposed to be done on earth. Many people, because of lack of understanding of the time, we are born into wrong things. So everything was created to function within the interval of time. And so man fulfill any God-given purpose and vision over time, and there is no single time to waste. This is the season in your life. You must hear this. I've heard people make this statement. My future is going to be bright. I'm going to be a rich man. This is the kind of person I will be. And those people that made that statement are in the future that they planned today. And so they are also planning another one after entering the one they planned yesterday. So that today you are living is the future that you planned some years back. And so 2024 is a time that you promised yourself. It's the time you promised yourself that the future was going to be better. And so tomorrow or another year will be the future you are agendaing today. And so the future is just a mindset concept. And so many people said, God's time is the best. The time of God is now. The time of God is now. Even God tells you this by 2035 you're going to be He doesn't leave you to be like that. When God calls Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, within as he was walking through the process of fulfilling or going to the promised land, time was revealing God's plan to him. God was telling him things he was to do as time was going on. So the problem here is, do you understand the time, or you're wasting the time? Time is manifested in seasons and in the day of their youth. God measured time not based on the chronology of age, but on purpose. God doesn't measure of time on your longevity, on how you stay. No, Abraham could still fulfill the purpose of God. So God measured time not based on the chronology of your clock, but based on the purpose you are fulfilling. It is not how long you live that matters, but what you did and what you do with that time that you live here on earth. And so our judgment before God shall be measured on the template of time, based on what we do. And so man's destiny is captured within time. If you are not fulfilling purpose, you are going around after everyone that is fulfilling a purpose, not knowing what to do. You are an issue. You are a problem to this generation and an enemy before God. God is calling upon every one of us within this time, for example, for a general call of salvation. You must come unto him. And to us who are being called through the process of salvation, he is commissioning us to go for evangelism. But within that evangelism, there is a purpose that he has laid in you. And so God is calling upon people to fulfill something. We are not to depend on time. Instead, we are to depend on purpose. Nothing is permanent on earth except his promises. Time is going to be passed away. Your pain, your temptation, your fulfillment is within time. Seasons bring change. These seasons will give hope to the lost. Seasons bring change. Change happens within forums. Change happens with you, around you, in you, and they will initiate change. It can be in your marriage, in your relationship. My question again is, do you understand the times we are living in? If you do not, I want you to know that this is the season, this is the time. And if it is not now, that future that you had, that you thought you were going to fulfill, was yesterday, and today you have done nothing about it. And tomorrow you will still enter another one, you have done nothing about it. Did you understand the times and the seasons of what to do, how to do it, and the methods